Welcome everyone, I am back for another exciting Six Flags show. I've got some exciting news. After perusing dozens and dozens of resumes, I have found a new co-host. Please come in, Wilfred. Please give a applause to our newest member of the Six Flags Show family. So Wilfred, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
All right. How long have you been going to Six Flags?
Since 1948.
1948. You do realize the park has only been there since 1971? So you were there pre-Six Flags. What was there before the park?
Well, my favorite ride was the Caramules.
The Caramules? I think you mean the mule go around?
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't had that there since, I think, the second year.
Oh.
I was interested in your expertise on Six Flags. What's your favorite thing to do these days?
Just sit around and watch your YouTube videos.
I appreciate it, Wilfred. Well, today's topic is some hot takes on Six Flags St. Louis. Do you know what a hot take is, Wilfred?
Nope.
No. That is kind of a opinion that might not be in the majority. So, let's see what we got here in the old notebook for some hot takes. My first hot take, Wilfred, see if you agree. The first cone ice cream really isn't that great. I know. Now,
What?
I know. Now, it is ice cream, and it's a waffle cone, so of course it's good. It's ice cream. Everyone loves ice cream, especially on a hot day. But is it that great?
This guy's a lunatic.
Is it that great to spend $10 on a cone? I don't know. I think you can go to Walmart or a grocery store and buy a carton of ice cream and some waffle cones and just be just as happy. So, I mean, the ice cream is great, but is it that great? People go crazy over it. I just think it's mostly the smells that are coming from the first cone. Wilfred does not agree. My second hot take, I've mentioned this before. Do you like the Justice League, Wilfred? Do you ever play? Can you see the targets?
No, there's a lot going on. I usually don't really know. I think it's a good ride.
Do you know what DC Comics is?
Yeah, it's with the Spider Boy and
Okay, you're close.
and the Steel Man or something.
Yeah, you're close, but I actually would prefer the ride if it did not even have the blasters. It just was a ride with no shooting.
Yeah.
You agree or disagree?
I didn't know there were guns.
Oh, there aren't guns, and you do shoot some very blurry objects that are flying around, and you don't really enjoy the ride because you don't know what is going on. So I would actually prefer that they just got rid of the guns and just had a ride with different scenes. Hot take. Hot take. All right, my third one. This is going to get people all crazy. The season passes are still a deal. It's still a great value. Now, they've changed the prices on these like 57 times. But even the most expensive one now is the, I don't know what it's even called. Is it called Diamond? I don't even know. It's only $125 a person. You get preferred parking. You get a free refillable mug for $125 a year to go all year. Even the cheapest plan of $50, you can't get to Hurricane Harbor and you can't go past Labor Day, but that's still a good deal. And then the middle version I think is around 70 or 80. I think it's a great deal. A lot of people are mad about it, but what else can you do for that cheap a price? All right, this one is a little controversial. Wilfred, wake up, wake up. We're live, coast to coast, and we have a new market in Lisbon, Portugal. What do you think about the carousel? Have you been on it? It's been there for 50 years.
I don't like heights.
Okay. The carousel has been under refurbishment since about 1984. They are repurposing all the horses, and I don't know if they're doing the rest of it. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous if they repurpose the horses, but they don't repurpose the rest of the ride. The ride's over 100 years old, according to the Wikipedias. And if you look at the Wikipedias, it says that the ride has been closed and removed. So, I thought everything on the internet was true. But it's not. Do you use the internet, Wilfred?
Huh?
Yeah. I think it'd have been better just to tear it out and put in another carousel that we could have had in the first year. It was gone. I don't understand what the purpose of this is. I know it's 100 years old. I know it's cool. But most people that go on the carousel are kids or adults with their kids. And I don't think kids care that a carousel is 100 years old or 1 year old. I think they just want to get on a horse or whatever and go around in a circle. Hot take. Next hot take. See if you agree. Smokehouse, one of the most popular restaurants in the park, I would think. We go there a lot. Caleb seems to enjoy it. I enjoy it, but I think the actual pulled pork is quite poor. What do you think about the pulled pork?
Never had it.
Never had it. It's been there for years. Do you eat at the park?
Huh?
Okay. Wilfred, we're doing a show here.
I didn't hear you.
Okay. Do you ever eat at the park?
I need you to speak louder.
What's your favorite food?
The chicken tenders.
Okay, chicken tenders. That's Caleb's favorite food.
Who's Caleb?
My son, the former host, who you're replacing. Anyway, he's out on assignment. The smokehouse pulled pork is very dry and flavorless. Now, if you smother barbecue sauce on it or the coleslaw for the sandwich, it helps it a lot. It makes it edible. I get it all the time. It's fine. Whatever. But if you just get pulled pork, it's dry. It's like Sahara Desert dry. So, that might be a hot take. I know a lot of people like it. Hot take. Next hot take. Okay. I think the worst ride in the park... Now, the worst ride in the park, what is that for you, Wilfred? What's your least favorite ride in the park?
The... Excalibur.
Okay. Well, you're in luck because it's gone.
Oh.
So, I think if you take all these factors into consideration, this is the worst ride at Six Flags St. Louis. When you talk about the wait time, how often the ride is broken, the ride gives you a horrible, horrible migraine. It's an awful ride. Any idea what I'm talking about? It's the Boomerang. A worse version of the Ninja. There's only one train because it's a single track. You can't have more than one on it. When it is working, it's kind of a long wait. When it isn't working, it's actually better. You can't hear it, Wilfred, but you heard a noise over there. Anyway, Boomerang, worst ride in the park. Have you ever been on the Boomerang?
What?
Yeah. Okay. Now, we're going to go with the best coaster. What's your favorite coaster?
Best coaster. I like the one with the tracks and the carts.
Okay.
Where you go down the hills.
Okay, that one is great. I think the best coaster in the park, and still, even though it's older, is the Batman. A lot of people are going to say Mr. Freeze, and that is a good ride. I wish they would. I kind of like the backwards launch, but I kind of wish they'd change it back to the forward one for just a little bit. Maybe mix it up a bit. But the Screaming Eagle is unrideable. The Boss is awful. Pandemonium is okay, but it's too short. The Ninja's horrible. The Boomerang is the worst ride in the park. American Thunder is really fun. But the Batman, it still rocks. Almost 30 years later, it's very smooth. It will black you out because it's so intense. I love it. Wilfred, please don't smoke in here.
I can do it.
All right, so that brings us to our last hot take. The best ride at Six Flags St. Louis. This is going to be controversial. Now, Wilfred has already said his favorite ride is the ride that has been gone for over 50 years, the Mule Go Round. Very inappropriate ride to have. But I think the best overall ride, this ride never has a wait. You literally can walk on this ride at any given day, any given time if it's working. It's pretty fun. You get really wet if you want to be wet. You don't even have to enjoy the ride to get wet. You can use blasters from the side. What am I talking about, Wilfred? It took the place of the Henna Barrels way back in your day. We're talking about the Tsunami Soakers as the best ride at Six Flags St. Louis. Think about it. Anybody can ride it. Little tiny kids, grandma. You walk on the ride. There's never a queue. If you want to get wet on a hot day, you will get drenched and you can't do anything about it. I mean, there's not much to it. There's no line. Let's do it. It's the Tsunami Soakers, the best ride at Six Flags St. Louis. Anyone agree with this? I'm sure nobody does. That's a hot take. So, anything else to add, Wilfred? How was your first show?
It was great.
You a Seahawks fan?
Mm-hmm.
Where do they play?
Idaho?
You're close. It's Seattle.
Oh.
With that being said, we will see you on the next Six Flags show. I promise it will be better than this one. And I'm crossing my fingers because it won't be that good. With that being said, we'll see you next time. May the adventure continue.
Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah.
Nailed it. Wilfred. Wilfred, I found your teeth.
Oh my gosh.
I found your teeth.